And the police I know are pretty smart. They're not dumb like that. What is going on here? New York Times, can you get Ebola from a bowling ball? But they basically say it's extremely unlikely, more bull. Okay, I want to go to your calls. I've got a lot of other news on this front. I need to settle down a little bit. I was just thinking about what a Twilight Zone world this is. And how crazy it's gotten. We got jihadi people shooting up the parliament. We got open borders. We got our government funding al-Qaeda while our troops fight them on the other hand. It's just pure evil. It's a policy of Satan is what I would call it. The mindset that's being followed is so evil. And if you don't know the MO of the globalists, it doesn't make sense. But once you know it, it's so obvious what they're going to do next. And they want Ebola to spread. So the question is why? We're going to go to your calls. I personally am trying to get my immune system boosted. I'm taking Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine from Deep Earth Crystal Source. No other manufacturer has it. It's 50% stronger than our last Survival Shield Classic, which is also available as well. It's weaker, so kids seem to take it better. Oxy powder that flushes out your guts to boost your immune system, absolutely key. We have the DNA Force that has the CoQ10 of the organic type and the PPQ of the organic type and a bunch of other key things that are known to basically be vitamin C squared. It's nutraceutical, the maximum level. I mean, just one serving of it, I think they were saying is the equivalent of 500 cartons of blueberries of just one of the ingredients. 1 kilo of one of the key ingredients, the Bio-PQQ, is $12,000 a kilo before it's then mixed and put into the bottles. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139. And I think, and from what I've talked to Dr. Group and others, he's coming on next Tuesday with some of the documentation on this, that true nascent iodine, like X2, is just as important, maybe more important, for bolstering your body's natural defenses than colloidal silver. And, of course, we have colloidal silver, 30 parts per million as well, at InfoWarsLife.com, and that is the Silver Bullet. The name is Silver Bullet. I don't believe anything is a true, complete silver bullet because some people are just immune to Ebola, period. Other people, no matter what you do, they're going to end up dying. But that's what I'm doing. Get as much sun as you can. In my view, get your own medical advice, but folks have gone out and talked to their physicians about the advice I and others have said that we're using. It's not even advice, what I'm doing personally, and what medical doctors and others, nutritionists and pharmacists have said here on the broadcast. We should get pharmacist Ben Fuchs on today, maybe even a fourth hour of Overdrive if he can do it, get his take on it. I know medical doctors that hear him that say he just has so much knowledge, even more than they have, on the front of compounding and so much more. The lung shield is absolutely essential when you're traveling, especially with all those key essential oils. InfoWarsLife.com. It coats the throat and down into the esophagus. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Fluoride shield for chelating. If you're getting those toxins out of you, you're going to have more of an immune system, obviously. Or 888-253-3139. We're going to go to John, Reverend Bruce, Ray, Mike, Patty, and others. John, calling from New York. Is it New York City or New York State? What's your take on this?
Thank you, Alex, for taking my call. I'm actually right across the river in the state of New Jersey. I really appreciate you running tip of the spear on these issues. Very few people are. I have to be honest, I've tried to get my friends to prepare, and not many people are listening, and I can't explain it, but people should know, and you have this on InfoWars, that the U.S. Army, USAMRIID, has done studies on Ebola, and it has aerosolization comparable to influenza A.
Yes, sir. Kit Daniels wrote a story 3 days ago. I'll have it reposted at the top of Infowars.com because I want to focus on that. I apologize I haven't. They say that once the temperature goes below 45 degrees, that it then has the equivalent of influenza A and is basically airborne. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So all I would say is I urge people, now is the time to prepare, because the government is not going to be able to, even if they wanted to, they're not going to be able to help us. But people are taking a back seat to all this because they say, well, the nurses are cured and the doctors are cured. They're getting blood transfusions, and they're getting care that none of us are going to get if this goes viral, so to speak.
Because there won't be enough blood in the transfusions. There won't be enough donors.
Yeah, exactly. So now's the time to prepare. I mean, I think you're doing a fantastic job urging people to get their health up to par, and people should also considering get N100 masks, gloves, and be smart.
Yeah, for those that don't know right now, it's already hard. I'm going to hold you over, sir, and let you finish because you're sounding like a smart caller. So stay there. I want you to finish your point. What he's saying is the Army said 10 years ago, and again a few years ago in studies that Kit Daniels linked to that no one cares about. Literally, the story hardly even got any views or reads because it's so important, of course. Something about Britney Spears or something, or Madonna would, I guess. That once it gets cold, it's essentially airborne. Comprende? That's a fact. We'll be right back.
This hour of GCN brought to you by LeSig, the highest quality smokeless cigarettes, e-liquids, e-cig refills, car chargers, and starter kits. Kick some ash with LeSig. Call 870-525-1440 or visit LeSig.com.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey clean water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective, and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
You take 'em all, the man.
Kit Daniels is reposting his article. It's one of the top tiles, not in feature, but the top tiles that he wrote last week, or was it Monday, with the Army's own Fort Detrick reports that Ebola, once the weather gets cold, essentially is airborne. It's sunlight that ends up killing it. It's normally a jungle virus, but that's just in jungle mammals. But it actually likes cold weather. And I didn't know that until I read these Army reports. So I'm so glad I went to John's call, because I tend to lose the forest for the trees. That's why I'm freaking out. If they let enough cases in, a few dozen or so, which I think's happened clearly, and it starts spreading and then it gets cold in places like New York City, oh, this is going to be like the flu, but maybe 1/2 of 1/10 of 1% of the tens of millions that get flu die. This will kill 70%. And it's like a blood bomb goes off when somebody gets this. It will be hell. And I just want the politicians to know, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. John in New York, or across the water in New Jersey. Go ahead and make your point.
Sure, thanks, Alex. Just one last point. I'll free up the lines. If anyone, I know you have a lot of interesting people listening, especially Hollywood people. I urge anyone that has any clout or has any connections, please tell the powers that be, they've got to stop the flights. It has nothing to do with racism. It's all about common sense protecting our country. And if this case in New York doesn't prove anything else, it proves that clearly having an open border policy is nuts, and it will let Ebola into this country and cause more clusters. Thanks very much, Alex.
Thank you, sir. And still, the border's wide open and the flights are coming in, and they're doing the fake screening. And this is a plan. There's now no doubt. They want Ebola to spread in America. And I'm sick of it. And why do the criminals that run the government hate me because I don't want to die? I don't want my kids to die. Reverend Bruce in New York, thanks for calling. Go ahead.
God bless you, Alex Jones.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I pray for you all the time. I'm from Long Island, and my major concern, first of all, is when they did when they broke into, I was watching TV, they broke in with this alert, and Governor Cuomo, the mayor, and everyone was on the screen and talking. And when they did the tour of the hospital, Bellevue, and talked about how secure it is and how we have all this elaborate equipment and all this quarantine, and they showed the nurses, the two nurses, one male, one female, dressed up in their garb. They showed it several times, how protected they were. They even showed how they are learning how to put it on and learning how they're taking it off. And they're glorifying this whole scenario of how we have it under control. My major concern is this. Africa is desperate. Those Ebola-ridden countries are desperate. When they see all of this on CNN, okay, about how wonderful it is in New York and how we have other hospitals in New York that are prepared to handle Ebola, they are going to crash our borders. They're going to crash, not our borders, but they're going to crash Kennedy Airport, LaGuardia. They are going to run here.
That is an airport, just like a seaport or a land area. It is an airport. It is our border. You're right. And that's what they want with Central and South America collapsing. Advertise, come here, it's free. This is on purpose, exactly. But here's the $64 trillion question, and I'll hold you over, Reverend Bruce, and I'll go to Patty and Brent and everybody else. Why do they think they can get away with something this bold? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah. How do they think they'll get away with it?
First of all, the girlfriend is in quarantine. The girlfriend. If you love your girlfriend...
Stay there. I'm going to come right back to you. I'm going to come right back to you. Stay there. Second hour coming up, folks. Tell your friends and family, tune in. This is important. We get enough attention on this, we can turn it around. I'm telling you, it's not too late yet.
Using unparalleled research in the development of a synergistic formulation based around the key concepts of super oxygenation, the next level in cleansing is here. With key ingredients backed by real clinical studies, the new Oxy Powder, available through InfoWars Life, was invented during Dr. Group's research on the toxification of our bodies. Many herbal colon cleansers are harsh on the body and contain cheap and potentially dangerous ingredients, oftentimes full of synthetic fillers, GMOs, additives, or worse. hours. Gently start cleaning your body with easy capsules that start working while you sleep. Oxy Powder does not require time off work, and there's no need for bad-tasting concoctions. Instead, Oxy Powder slowly releases monoatomic oxygen into the intestinal tract and body. Experience the astonishing cleansing power of superoxide and ozonide technology. Go to InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com to get started with Oxy Powder, or call 1-888-253-3139.